Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of American coins, today's video is all about a classic piece of history, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar. Whether you're a collector or just starting out, this coin is a must-know. We're diving deep into its circulated value, history, and how much it's worth today. So if you're interested in coins or just want to learn more about this iconic half dollar, keep watching. Get started. The Kennedy half dollar was introduced in 1964, and it's been a staple of American coinage ever since. But today we're focusing specifically on the 1974 version. This coin features the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, which was designed by the famous artist Gilroy Roberts. The coin's reverse design features the American eagle, which was created by Frank Gasparow. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar was issued in two different types, both with a 40% silver composition and a 100% copper version, which is what we'll focus on for this video, since it's the more commonly circulated one. Let's break down the circulation history. Back in 1974, the Kennedy half dollar had a face value of 50 cents, but the general public wasn't all that interested in using these coins for everyday purchases. The U.S. Mint had to start producing more and more to meet demand, and they transitioned away from the 40% silver composition in favor of a copper-nickel mix starting in 1971. So, by the time 1974 rolled around, the coin was made entirely out of copper and nickel. This change had a big impact on its value. Okay, but how much is a 1974 Kennedy half dollar worth today in circulation? Well, the circulated value of a 1974 Kennedy half dollar is not really much higher than its face value of 50 cents, especially if the coin is worn or damaged. A well-worn or common 1974 Kennedy half dollar will likely be worth around 50 cents or just a little above, based on its copper-nickel composition. But, and this is a big but, if you happen to find one that is in mint condition, or if it's an uncirculated coin, its value could increase. A 1974 Kennedy half dollar in good condition can be worth anywhere from $2 to $4 depending on its grade. And if you have a pristine uncirculated coin with a special grade like MS65 or higher, you might be looking at a value of $6 to $10. Also, it's important to note that the 1974 Kennedy half dollar wasn't released in proof sets or special edition packaging in huge numbers, so that could increase its value even further, especially among collectors. But even though it's not worth a fortune, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar still holds a certain level of historical significance and sentimental value for many. This coin came out during a time of great change in the U.S. The early 1970s were a pivotal time in American history, and this coin, featuring a late president's image, holds a reminder of a different era. So whether you're looking for a unique coin to add to your collection, or just stumble across a 1974 Kennedy half dollar in your pocket change, don't forget to check the condition. Even if it's worth a little less, it still has a cool story to tell. To sum it up, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar in circulated condition will be worth its face value or just a little more. But for uncirculated or well-preserved examples, you can expect a value between $2 and $10. It's not a huge windfall, but it's definitely a piece of history worth holding on to. After the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him with a coin. In 1964, the Kennedy half dollar was introduced. To commemorate the 35th President of the United States, it was a quick decision by Congress to create the coin in the wake of his passing, marking a moment of national mourning. In 1974, the Kennedy half dollar was still circulating in the United States, but with a significant difference from its earlier versions. The 1974 coin, like its 1974 counterparts, was primarily composed of a copper-nickel clad composition rather than silver. It had a copper core sandwiched between two layers of pure nickel, giving it that distinct silvery appearance, but without the precious metal content. This change to a more economical metal alloy was made due to the increasing cost of silver. As a result, these coins were far less expensive to produce, but they still maintain the same iconic design featuring President Kennedy's portrait on the obverse and the U.S. presidential seal on the reverse. The Kennedy half-dollar, including the 1974 issue, was widely circulated in the U.S. for much of the 20th century. But as time went on, it became less and less common in everyday transactions. So why did this happen? Well, there are a few reasons. By the mid-1970s, the popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar began to decline as people started using smaller and the dime more frequently. Also, as inflation rose and prices increased, people didn't always see the need for a 50-cent coin, which, back in the day, had more purchasing power than it does today. Despite its initial circulation, the U.S. Mint eventually reduced the production of the Kennedy half-dollar for regular circulation in the late 1970s and 1980s. The U.S. Treasury would still mint these coins, but they were often reserved for collectors or for use in special sets. Well, let's talk about the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar in terms of its value to collectors. Although it's not rare in the traditional sense, there are some things to keep in mind when assessing its worth. Generally, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar is not considered rare, but its value can vary depending on its condition. In circulated form, the coin is worth roughly its face value, 50 cents, or a bit more if it's in excellent condition. Or coins in mint condition can fetch a premium, especially if they are graded highly by professional coin grading services. Coins that are graded MS-63 or higher can sometimes be worth $10 to $20 depending on the market. Important note for collectors. The 1974 unimportant Kennedy half-dollar comes with different mint marks, which can affect its rarity and value. There were 3 primary mint facilities producing the coin in 1974, the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, D, and the San Francisco Mint, S, which produced proof coins. The coins from the Philadelphia Mint are the most common and can be found in large numbers. However, the Denver and San Francisco varieties may have slight differences in rarity, but they still don't fetch significantly higher prices compared to the Philadelphia issue. Interestingly, the Kennedy half-dollar, including the 1974 version, holds a special place in pop culture. These coins were often seen in movies, TV shows, and books as a symbol of the post-Kennedy era, representing both the optimism and the uncertainty of the 1960s and 1970s EPS during the 1970s. A coin worth 50 cents could actually buy you a decent snack or a bus ride, so it's no wonder it was used in so many different ways. So there you have it. The 1974 Kennedy half-dollar was part of a time in American history where coins underwent important changes in both design and material. While it may not have the same silver content as the earlier versions, it still carries a piece of history, and for collectors, it remains a fascinating coin to own. If you're looking to add one to your collection, keep an eye on the coin's condition and its mint mark. Whether you're a history lover or a seasoned numismatist, the Kennedy half-dollar from 1974 remains a symbol of America's coinage legacy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any future coin history deep dives. Let me know in the comments if you own a 1974 Kennedy half-dollar or if you've come across one in your coin hunting adventures. See you next time.